Welcome. You are about to receive extremely valuable information.
Oh, hello. My name is Andrew Schmitz, and I'm coming to you today again with our series on home ownership. We're starting at the very basics, going from can you trust your real estate agent to working right through to actually going through scary things like perhaps bankruptcy or foreclosure. And we're going to be dealing with a whole bunch of issues within that spectrum. Let's talk today about if you can actually trust your sales agent, your real estate agent, when you should be having these bells go off and saying, not what I would think I want my real estate agent to do, and what things you can actually expect your real estate agent to do. So it's going to be a good series today. I think we're going to break it down into 3 videos because it's just going to be too long. But I welcome you to come back. And before we jump into the topic of real estate agents, just a short bit about myself. My name is Andrew Schmitz. I live in Germany. I'm not a real estate agent. I have never bought a house in North America. I've spent all of my adult years here in Germany. However, I would like to move back to Canada, which is where I come from, in a year. And by wanting to do that, I have to start researching. For example, I have no credit history, for example. And I'm like, how the heck do I get that? Because when I moved to Canada, I want to buy a house, and more specifically, I want to buy a farm. So I started researching, and this is what I've come up with. So many things. I figured might as well help you guys with it. Anyway, I'm giving it to you. It's my gift to you, and it helps me, especially if you leave comments or ask questions, helps me to dig deeper because I really want to be able to grasp the North American market. I want to understand it. So if I've helped you, or if you have questions, that would, and you let me know by writing a comment down here in the blog or wherever you happen to be, make sure you get in contact with me, and I can research further. Then I'm helping you, but I'm not just helping you because you're bringing up topics that are important to yourself that are going to help me. So let's move on with part 1 of can you trust your real estate agent. Let's go. All right, so part 1 of why you actually cannot trust your real estate agent when buying a house, or exactly when you can't do that. There are 3 phases, 3 hot phases that you go through when you are buying your house. And that would be, let me have a look at my notes here. It would be the very beginning and setting the groundwork and just, getting to know each other and what you were looking for and what your real estate agent is able to offer you. And then you're move into the phase where you've seen some houses and you want to move into making an offer. And then the final one is negotiating and coming to a close. So we're going to take the first one is just the very beginning of the conversation with your real estate agent, talking about this. So at this point in time, you're actually thinking of buying a house, and so you're out there and you say, okay, I need to find a real estate agent. That's how I'm going to have to do it because I'm coming from Germany. I have no idea about the physical location where I'm going to end up. I'm going to need someone. I'm going to need an insider, and that's probably where you are right now, unless you happen to be moving within your neighborhood. So most prospective house hunters or sellers think that they have a good agent, right? So it's probably someone that you've previously worked with, or perhaps you got a referral from a good friend who used this real estate agent. Anyway, you think you've got the right person. And one of the big reasons for having confidence in your agent is that belief that the agent is on your side and is honest, and so on and so forth. But I would suggest to you, however, that by a certain point in the process, your agent becomes your enemy and you are negotiating against them more than the other party. Now, this is going to be, we're going to work about this with the next 3 videos. So this video deals with the buy side of the house buying game, and perhaps I'll get to the sell side, but I'm not there yet either. So let's work on the buy side. But at the very beginning of the whole process, you guys are actually friends. The real estate agent is really happy because you want to buy a house and they see commissions coming in. You're really happy because you're stoked. You want to move. You may be moving because of a new job or because your family's getting larger, or, there's some sort of circumstance in your life and you're ready to move forward into that. So you're coming together and you have expectations, and your real estate agent is like, yeah, I can deal with those expectations. So when a house buyer first signs up with an agent, things are usually pretty rosy, right? And the agent assures that person that they can find an appropriate house price that you can afford, and everything will be great. So everybody's on the same table here. You talk about things like how much you can afford each month, which would then be calculated over a potential mortgage of 15, 30 years, whatever your mortgage term is, and where you say, okay, well, this is about the ballpark range of what kind of a mortgage I get a handle, what kind of a price the house has to be or can be, right? So the agent has lots of experience in the area. He knows the area inside out. He sold a few houses. He knows what his colleagues have sold in the houses. He knows what the asking rate and the going rate is. So at this stage of the game, you and your agent are mostly on the same page, right? You want to buy a house and they want you to buy a house. So your agent will most certainly want to get the process over with sooner rather than later, but that's usually the case with a buyer as well. So you're still on the same page. And then you move into the process where it starts to just get a little bit uneasy, right? The agent knows that they need to spend a fair amount of time with you looking from house to house to house so that you get an idea of what you want. Also at this point in time, the agent is figuring out, they like a detached garage, or they like an attached garage, or they want a complete basement or whatever. So you're finding out more about each other. But after a while, from the agent's perspective, it turns out to be less and less convenient for them. You see, because the longer it takes you to find a house, the smaller their hourly rate comes. See, they're earning a base commission on selling that house. So the more time they're investing in it, the less they're earning per hour, the more hours that they're losing on you, so to speak. So this is when the agent will start trying to convince the buyer to lower their standards and to raise their prices, what you're going to pay, right? So sometimes this is educational and that's okay, because if the buyer has unrealistic expectation, that'll get ironed out at that point in time. But mainly this is to speed up the process to get the agent paid. Really. And I should point out, however, that real estate agents are normally quite useful during this search, since they often know more about the general area and the general real estate in the area than you can, and they can get you access to private showings. It's a good advantage to have your real estate agent out there, but there comes a time where it starts to become less and less profitable for the real estate agent to hang on to you and to show you around. So the other benefit is their access to sale price information for similar houses. So a real estate agent is good on the one hand, but the longer this process takes, this very process, the harder it's going to be. So I'm going to stop this right here now because it is getting long. I know you can listen to this a bit longer. So there's 2 more videos coming. Thank you for watching me. And I'm putting here the URL for the next one so you can see, or down here, and you can have a look. And actually I'm going to throw together a Skidoo Lens or a Weebly or whatever where all the information is together so you can have a look at it all together and pick out what's relevant for you. So come back, watch the next video. Any questions you have, toss them down here and let me know, because if I know about it, then I can work on it and I can find it, because you're going to bring great topics for me. So thanks for coming today. We're talking about why you can't trust your real estate agent. And tomorrow we're going to or in the next video, we're going to deal with what happens when you put down an offer. Thank you.
It's from watching these simple videos that will have you on the right path in no time.